Good morning, Franklin. It is Monday morning. I'm Eric Stuckey, your city administrator, and it's time for the top 3 things you need to know this week. And actually, we've got even more than 3, but I want to highlight first off Planapalooza. We've talked to you about it a couple times, but it's happening this week, starting Tuesday evening at City Hall in the training room. We'll have a kickoff session. It'll be about a 2-hour session at 6 p.m. And then there are items throughout the rest of the week, Wednesday and Thursday all day. There's some specific sessions. Here's the calendar that you can see. You can get that online either at our website, franklintn.gov, or at the new website that's been created for our zoning ordinance process called zonefranklin.com. So lots of information there, and you can get the schedule and come on specific topics or come anytime from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday afternoon at 3 p.m. there's sort of a closeout, kind of where we are after the public input session. So that's item number 1. You may have noticed I'm at a different location. I'm here at our police headquarters, and I'm here with Chief Faulkner to talk about a couple things. First item I want Chief to talk about is some of the things we're working on related to some juvenile crime activities that have occurred from folks coming in from outside of Franklin and causing problems. So, Chief, tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
Yes, and good morning. It is our number 1 crime issue, is dealing with individuals coming into our city and breaking into vehicles. We are urging the public to please keep their vehicles locked, but more importantly, do not keep valuables in your car, especially guns, and also keys to your car. We've had a number of cars stolen where people just left the keys in their car. So our initiatives are that we are using 2 different undercover teams of officers that are going out into the neighborhoods at night. We have officers who are also working overtime that are watching the all-night businesses in our area to try to watch for any suspicious vehicles or individuals that really don't belong where they're being spotted. We ask that people let us know when they're going to be out of town. They can go to our website and register that they're on vacation, and we'll keep an extra look on their car and their house and their property. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot going on, and also we encourage them to register to be on our Twitter, because we will let them know when things are happening in our city and what they need to be on the lookout for.
Very good. Great. About a week ago, you hosted a group of other law enforcement professionals from across the region right here at the Franklin Police Headquarters. Talk a little bit about that, too.
We did. What I found in talking to my colleagues at the Tennessee Chiefs Association is that all local law enforcement in the metropolitan area in Middle Tennessee are dealing with the same issue. So it just made sense that we would collaborate, share information, share resources and technology, and also add some additional people to our work teams. We're all in this together. We're all pretty ticked off about it. So there's strength in numbers and in information.
Very good. Thanks, Chief. So we'll keep walking here, but have another thing I want to talk to you about. Got news just this week from the governor's office that you've been appointed to the Post Commission. Tell folks what that's about.
I have, and I'm extremely excited about that. It's an 18-member team that is appointed by the governor every 4 years, is the commission that you receive. And it is the primary group that's responsible for governing law enforcement across the state of Tennessee, their training, their professional standards, and it's a huge honor to be involved in this. And it's really what I've spent my whole career looking at, and that's professional law enforcement and education.
Great. Well, thanks for your leadership, not only in Franklin, but across the state, and enhancing professionalism among law enforcement. So we're now in the roll call room. This is where, when our officers start their shift, they get briefings and they get ready to go out and serve. But I wanted to show you some features in this room that are part of the emerging technology that the city's brought on in the past year. You see body cameras, you see the bank here, and we have Officer Scott Savage here, who's going to talk to us a little bit about his gear and what he's got. Scott, tell us a little bit about what you got on today.
Very RoboCop-esque today. A lot of officers have gone to a vest carrier system. You may see some officers that look like I do on the street, or maybe in our typical uniform, our Class A uniform. This actually allows us to take some of the weight off of our hips and distribute that more evenly. That way saves us on wear and tear on our bodies, getting in and out of the cars, things like that. So typically what you would find on an officer's vest would be obviously firearms, tasers, pistol magazines, but I've been able to move flashlights, spray, handcuffs, and then we've also added our body-worn camera system that you'll see every officer with the police department wearing while they're on shift. So this is positioned where it gives us the best vantage point so you can see and anybody else can see what we're looking at on a call. So it's off because I'm in the police department on now, but I'll go ahead and activate it now. So it'll go through a system, a buffering system, allowing it to power up. And then once we tap it, get the red light, now it's recording. So any call that we're on, any call for service that we're on, these will be activated.
So
Double
at
tap.
the end of each shift, you
Right.
come in here, what happens?
So let me turn this off real quick. I'll hold it down. It'll turn off, and then we will come in at the end of each shift, power it down. It just detaches from our carrier system. This bank is a charging system, but it also uploads all the video on into the server where it's stored for a given period of time. So now it goes through the process. All the video that I've gathered from the day goes in there, and now I have a fresh camera ready to go.
All right, thank you, Scott.
You're very welcome.
So this is a great example of how we're using technology. Our officers have embraced it because they are confident in the way in which they interact with the public. So see it as really an additional safeguard to show what we do and how we do it. And you see that we've got this technology here to help support it. Now, we also have a number of regulations that guide how we do it and protect the privacy of citizens. So if we're in a private home, interacting with children, et cetera, those types of things are protected. And in fact, Chief Faulkner and her team was very helpful in working with us and working with the state legislature to make sure we had those privacy protections in place before we ever deployed our body cameras. So that's an important piece as well in terms of doing it, collecting the information, but also protecting the privacy appropriately of our citizens and visitors. So that's your top three, actually four things. We got Planapalooza kicking off tomorrow night. You heard more about some of the things you can do to keep yourself safe and protect your belongings, be smart, and the extra efforts that are going on not only in Franklin but across Middle Tennessee to work on some of the juvenile crime we've observed, and then the appointment to the Post Commission of Chief Faulkner, and then finally you got a little briefing on how body cameras work and are worn and work out in the field with our folks. So those are your top, actually, four things for this week. Have a great week, Franklin.